Oh no, I hate this question.
I told you.
I know, but I hate this question because I know it's going to come up.
What's up? It's your girl Dani DMC. Welcome back to the channel. And look who I'm with.
Mama KEC.
My mama. And I'm home in Chicago, in my city. I wish you guys could see the view behind us, or behind you.
We see the city
because
out there.
It's gorgeous. This is my first time home since December. My first time in the city since December, and I'm so excited.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow, it's almost a year.
Yes. I know.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
I know, it's been unreal. So I'm so happy to be home, and of course, you know, we had to bring you a video. If you're new to my channel, you are so lucky to be watching this as your first intro to Dani DMC and the community.
Mama KEC.
Yes, because Mama KEC is here. Make sure you guys hit that big juicy red button screaming subscribe at you below. But if you are not ready and you don't feel confident, that's okay. I want you to feel confident like you do in all things in life. So watch this whole video. Yeah, watch this whole video, and I guarantee you'll hit it by the end of this video.
No doubt.
You will. Give this video a thumbs up and comment and let me know how happy you are to see my mama.
Please.
I'm so happy we're together. We love making videos for you guys, and clearly my confident crew, you guys love it as well because we always get such an outpour of love and a great response to it. Okay, so today we are giving you guys a Q&A. I had you guys vote on my Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? Make sure you follow me. But I asked you guys, should we do a Q&A? Should we do a fashion video? And you guys voted, and we are giving you what you want. So we are doing a Q&A today. And I just have to shout you guys out because I'm just so grateful for my community and what I've created and cultivated here because you guys always show up and show out. But this time, man, there were so many questions and ranging from all different topics, which I love. All right, so let's jump right into it. We have so many questions, literally. Like, I'm just randomly gonna click first one. Who is your mom's style inspiration?
Ooh, who is my style inspiration?
My mom's always on point. Do you want to show your outfit? Let's see your boots.
Okay.
Look at her.
So I've got the monochromatic thing going today with, which I love. And I don't wear this color a lot, but whenever I do, I'm like, why don't I wear it more?
I know. It looks so good on you.
Oh, that's a tough one. I like a clean, tailored look. So I'm going to say like Audrey Hepburn, even though that's an older iconic. But if I had to choose one, I would say that.
Yeah. Okay, next question. How does it feel to be away from your daughter for a long time? My mom works abroad.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. I never thought I was going to live on a whole opposite coast than my family.
Never did I expect that. And FaceTime is our friend.
Yes. We'll FaceTime like 3 times a day sometimes.
It does make me feel closer.
Yeah. We had a week, like 2 weeks ago, I think because we were so excited to see each other too. We FaceTime 3 times a day for like 3 or 4 days.
And it's funny, when we just call and we don't FaceTime, I feel a little disconnect.
Same. I hate
So
calling.
FaceTime is your friend with your mom abroad.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely really hard. I hate it. But I'm not going to be on the West Coast forever, so it's okay. There were a ton of questions about my childhood and growing up being plus size, which is, I think those questions are good because we're all trying to analyze that and break it down. And so, yeah, we'll talk about, I have a couple questions about that. I was fortunate in my home to not experience bullying from my family, which a lot of my followers, a lot of my community have gone through, and I'm so sorry. Like, that's so awful to have to experience those things in your home. I definitely experienced all those things outside of my home, and my home was like the one safe space. But yeah, that's horrible when it comes from the people that are supposed to support you and love you. But just keep in mind that those people, like your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, your grandparents, they're brainwashed by society too. You know, it's not necessarily that it's in their heart or their spirit. It's that they've been taught something by society and now they're putting it onto you. So I hope that you can keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. So, next question. What are things you never told or tried to say to Dani growing up as a plus size girl?
Well, I always tried to make everything about health and not your size.
Yeah.
I'm a healthy eater. I've always been a healthy eater. So I always wanted to emphasize this is healthy for you. Junk food is not healthy for you.
And I feel like you did a good job of doing that to both Nikki and I. So my sister, I think you guys have seen her a couple times, but not really on YouTube, but she is skinny. So she's like a size 8, I want to say. And or like 8 or 10. I don't know her size, but she's closer to how my mom's body type is than me. And I feel like you did a good job of like not just telling me don't eat junk food. Like you did it for both of us. You made us both eat the same things. Although I like junk food a bit more than her, I feel like you did a good job of, I think a lot of parents, like they'll fat shame one child. Like, oh, you can have a burger, but you eat this.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean?
Which is really sad.
So sad and detrimental.
I honestly did put health first though, for me even.
Yeah. And you've always been like that.
I want to live to be 100.
Yeah, I was the house that like all my friends would come over and they'd be like, can we have some snacks? And they'd look in the cabinet and be like, never mind. Because we had like nuts and, you know, health bars. And like my mom never let us eat chips, sugar, cereal. We couldn't drink juice. We couldn't drink pop. Like, and I have a lot of those healthy habits because of that. So I'm so grateful for those things. Okay, so this is kind of along the same lines. Did your family ever ask you to lose weight? Mine does all the time. That's so sad. I'm sorry that your family does that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My family never asked me to lose weight. No. I will say my mom definitely had some real conversations with me about discrimination for my weight and that people were going to treat me differently sometimes. But it wasn't conversations like, this is really bad and something you need to fix. Again, she was more focused on my health, but she was kind of warning me that like the outside world may not treat me the way that my family does. And she was right. I mean, I got bullied a lot and was treated horribly by a lot of people. And so I think that conversation was kind of important. It's sad that you have to have that conversation with your child, but they are important to have with a child because you don't want your kid to grow up clueless or not understanding how society is warped. Even though they're safe in the home and you create the safe space in the home, you want them to be prepared for the harsh realities of the world, which I feel like you did a good job of, you know, teaching us core values to love everyone and to accept everyone, but you prepared us for the outside world not being the same, whether it was race, weight, you know, whatever the case may be.
I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I could just add one thing, this is for the moms out there. As moms, we take responsibility for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have a child that's born with, say, a deformity, I mean, that's not our fault, but I feel like we take responsibility for that. Somehow it is our fault. And so if you have a child that's overweight, you think it's your fault. And that's why I think you start saying, oh no, you let me deprive you of this meal so that you'll get
thinner. Or you think it's like a negative reflection of you.
Yeah, like of your mothering ability.
Yeah.
And I do think that's a lot of why moms try to control their kids. They're really just trying to have control over their mothering.
Yeah.
And so if one lesson I've learned now that you're 27 and Nikki's 29, I can reflect back and say, just the goal should be for your children to be happy in the skin they're in the position they're in, with the personalities they have. Yeah. Because really, they're born with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think one thing too that was hard for you is, and I'm not a mother, but I'm giving mother's advice as a daughter, is understanding that your kid's not always going to be happy. There's going to be times where, like, that's just a part of being a kid and learning who you are. And especially if you have a difference, right? If you're made fun of for your skin tone, if you're made fun of for your weight, if you're made fun of for your gender, your identity, your sexuality, you go through this really hard time. And for me, it was like 13 to 15, 16. That was this really hard time where I was so lost. And all my mom wanted was for me to be happy, but she couldn't control that. And again, you take that responsibility on as a mom. If she's not happy, if she's acting out, it's my fault. It's my parenting. I have to get this right. And sometimes I think you just need to, you know, with boundaries as well, let your child figure out the world for themselves. And I think that's something that's hard to do as a parent, because it's like you want to keep your child safe, you want them to be happy, but you also have to give your child some freedom for self-exploration so that they can be their best selves and not, you know, have to deal with these things as an adult, trauma, or, you know, figuring that out later on in life.
So, okay, you made me realize something. So it sounds a little superficial in a way to say you just want your kid to be happy. Yeah. I think a better way to say it is you want your child to be at peace with who they are.
Yes. Yeah, that's a perfect. Yeah. Love that.
Right.
Favorite memory from when Dani was growing up? By the way, love you, girl. I love you too, Tori. I think that's your name. Appreciate you and your question.
Dani always made us laugh, and she still does. I mean, she was kind of the life of the party of our family. Yeah. And like, I remember one, this is random, and this was when she was a teenager, or maybe even in college. No, you were a teenager. We were sitting around the kitchen table, and I think I said, Dan, hey, could you like start the dishes or whatever? And she put on these pink rubber gloves that I had, and she got up on the counter, crossed her legs with the pink gloves on, and just started like entertaining us. I mean, that's you.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely always been like that. Like, as a kid, I always was the one putting on a show, performing. My mom always had cameras in our faces, like in a great way, and I loved it. I loved to just put on a show, and that's, I mean, look at me now. I have a camera in my face probably because of my mom, and it just made me come alive. How does your mother feel about you doing YouTube? Love you lots, by the way. Love you too, Maddie.
Well, I mean, Dani created her own brand. She did it all on her own from ground zero 3 years ago, just 3 years ago. So, I mean, I'm totally proud of her.
I started YouTube 2 years ago, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
I started modeling.
You're right. You were on Instagram and modeling the first year. So, I mean, I'm totally proud of her. And I feel like she's built a really good following. I know there's like kind of a dark side to YouTube, and I don't like that, but I don't see that at all in your following.
Yeah.
So I feel really good about it.
Yeah. I feel like I've built such a good community. I love you all so much. Okay, so next question. Favorite thing about Dani?
Oh gosh, favorite thing.
You can say like 5.
Okay, well, in terms of our mother-daughter relationship, my favorite thing is that she protects me.
Yeah,
I love
very
that.
overprotective of my mother.
Because I will say,
do not play with my mama.
For you moms of teenagers, okay, I will say, when she was a teenager,
yeah,
she was not always nice to me.
Yeah, someone asked, like, have we ever fought and how do we get through it or something? I was reading through, I don't think I put that question in here, but me and my mom had a really, really rough relationship when I was, like I said, 13 to 16.
To 16.
Yeah, maybe even like 11, 12.
Yeah. Now,
because I was going through a lot outside of the home and I wasn't telling anyone about it, so I was lost. And you tend to take out you take your anger out on the people you love the most, which is so stupid. And but I'm so lucky that we're in the space we are now because so that was a hard time. My
number one favorite thing personally is that now Dani will say to me, "Mom, I'm so sorry that I was mean to you when I was 13.
I have a lot of guilt. So any of you young, all my young followers, 13, 17, 18, 19, all those through those ages, take care of your parents and love your family and don't be disrespectful because they're the ones that will ride for you when everybody else leaves you high and dry." And I wish that I could smack the shit out of my younger self because I took all the anger and frustration I felt from the outside world out on my family. And like there's days I'll just wake up and I just feel so guilty about it. Like it makes my stomach hurt. But now I just do everything I can to make up for it and take care of my mama. I make sure she's good.
Like to a fault. Like sometimes I'm like, I'm going for a walk. Oh no, Mom, it's way too cold. You're gonna fall. It's icy outside, or what? I'm like, okay, Dan, I'm okay. I got.
Or like I won't ever let her carry groceries or
can't carry
anything.
Which makes me feel like I'm 90.
No, it's just like if I can
sweet.
do it.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
No, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
But just in general, her personality, my favorite thing really is that she can talk to anybody. She can talk to anybody about anything. You can put her in any situation with any type of person and she can relate.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like, I literally get that from you. Mama DMC, I love that. Coming from a fashion background, what are your 5 must-haves and do you think everyone needs shapewear? This is a good question.
This is a good question.
Always Smiling, 15. I love that app.
I love Always Smiling.
Yeah, look,
that's
her
me
app.
too.
Yeah.
Always Smiling. That's really sweet.
This is a great question.
Great question. Okay, my five things. Okay, let's see. I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, white shirt.
Yeah.
Love a good white shirt.
You can do so many things.
So many things with a white shirt. Good pair of jeans that you love the way they fit. You could sleep in them for 2 nights. That's how comfortable they are. Good pair of black pants that fit you. Right now, my favorite would be like a really good, sturdy, nice legging that is kind of like shapewear.
Yeah.
Good pair of boots. What am I up to? White shirt, jeans, black pants, good pair of boots. Now, for me, at my age, that means the right kind of heel that gives you a little height, but you can walk all day.
Yeah.
And fashionable, but very comfortable.
And boots are hard for us plus size girls. I'll be honest. I've kind of given up on boots just because
they don't have to be high.
Yeah, true.
They don't.
So what I meant was I've given up on high like these. Like it's so hard for me to find boots like this.
Today, and I love
But my mom has the thinnest legs. My calves are really big, and so I find that like booties are ideal for me. Perfect.
Are awesome right now.
Yeah,
I love
they are.
I
love them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then. My last one is going to be
love a good booty.
I do. I got that from you, didn't I? And then a blazer. For me, especially because you want to dress for your figure. So for me, a good not black, but it is black usually, jacket that fits you well is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, and then do you think that
shapewear.
Everyone needs shapewear?
No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Some women don't need shapewear. And I will tell you this, I used to wear shapewear a lot more than
all
I do
the
now.
time.
All the time.
My mom wore shapewear all the freaking time.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I hate shapewear. I'm like
on
shapewear
strike. I was convinced
strike.
that it would hold my thighs in. And it did.
Yeah.
But then I had some girlfriends who said, a shout out to Marsha and Punky. Love you guys, my friends from high school. They said they came to visit me, and this was just a couple of years ago, and they were like, why are you wearing all this shapewear? You don't even need to. And it was actually freeing.
Yeah.
To let it go.
Yeah. I feel like too in the plus size community, we all feel like we need shapewear because God forbid we show our cellulite or our, lines or our rolls or anything like that. And I can't even tell you the last time I wore shapewear. Like It's been years. I also feel like the smaller you are, the less shape where it hurts. When you're plus size, it's like digs into your stomach and your rolls, and it would dig into my thighs. And I'm like, this is so, I felt so much more uncomfortable and insecure with it on than with it out, without it on. So
it does make you kind of love your body more when you just wear the bikinis or the thongs.
Yes, or like wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
Did you tell your mother when you lost your virginity, or she figured it out herself?
Oh, no. I hate this question.
I told you.
I know, but I hate this question because I know it's going to come up.
I feel like, haven't I already said this in a video? My mom is so funny. I asked my mom when she lost her virginity when I was like probably 16 because
No. I think you were about 9 the first time. Okay. Very precocious, always.
I just always want to know stuff. So I would ask her. She told me when you're 18, I'll tell you. Didn't tell me when I was 18. 21, I'll tell you.
I actually never said that. I just said, it's none of your business.
Yeah, but then you were like, I'll tell you. You definitely said, I'll tell you when you turn 21.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
I just like to say for the record, I'm 27 and I still don't know. But you know, it's okay. I like to tell my mom everything. I'm an oversharer. When I was younger, like 13, those rough ages I was talking about, I didn't tell my mom anything, and I didn't like how that felt, like keeping secrets and lying. It didn't feel like my authentic self, because I'm not a liar. I like being honest. I like being over honest. But I have to be in safe spaces to feel that way.
TMI, a little bit. But no, it's good. I like that you share with me.
Yeah. Better than when I was lying, right?
Uh-huh, for sure.
I wasn't going to ask this, but I'm going to because you guys are so nosy. And I understand because I'm so transparent with you guys. There are things I do keep to myself to protect myself, my sanity, my heart, my soul. But yeah, you know, I've let you in thus far, so we can talk. Like 10 people asked this question. So the question is, how did your mom take your breakup with T-Bell?
Well, first of all, I think I took it better than you took it. Meaning that at my age, I understand that when you're in your 20s and even 30s, you're trying to figure out what you want.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to back away. Sometimes you lean in.
Yeah. And
I love Tyler.
Yeah.
Dad and I love Tyler.
Yeah.
But it was more like, okay, let's just wait and see how this plays out.
Yeah, and I will say you guys are so supportive. I think my biggest fear was, like, Tyler's my family. He'll always be my family. I love him so much, and I feel like he's become such a big part of our family. I've never allowed a guy into my family like that close before. So I was so nervous because I felt like I was like letting everyone down, like his family, my family. It just felt overwhelming. The whole thing, you know, was overwhelming. And Tyler and I are back speaking. You know, we're trying to work things out. I've always wanted it to be Tyler. I've never loved anyone the way that I've loved him, and I know that he feels the same. And I think it's true. Like when you're in your 20s, you grow up so much and so much changes, and sometimes you said it perfectly, like sometimes you just need to back away and be like, okay, let me be alone with myself. And this is like what I preach to you guys too, with confidence. Like that's why you don't ever want to depend on a man or a partner, woman, whoever, for your happiness, because you need to be whole and complete within yourself. And you need to, that's like literally what I needed. Both of us, we both needed to just separate and have a life evaluation. Where are we at? What do we want in life? Just us. Let's not think about the other person. And I feel like that's helped us so much, and we've been able to evolve and move forward. And hopefully, you know, things work out for us and we have a happy ending. But I think that this time was so needed, and it totally changed me and helped me evolve in so much and made me realize there's so many ways I want to be a better partner and a better person, whoever I'm with. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have that time alone. And I think he feels the same way. But you guys were so supportive, and I was like, I called my sister like when everything first happened, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell mom and dad for like 3 months. And she was like, what? Like, you have to tell them. And I was just so scared. And I told my mom first, because my dad, I was more scared. And when I told my mom,
I don't know why you were scared.
I don't know.
I still don't get that. So I think you felt worse about telling us. I mean, in other words, I saw it as a positive thing that you were taking a step back. You saw it as it's like somehow a bad reflection of yourself.
Yeah. Well, I felt embarrassed, and I felt like I had failed. And I was definitely, I always put a lot of pressure on myself. And I think because of the things I've been through in life, and I've constantly been judged my entire life, I do still, even though I'm so confident and unapologetic, there's times where I'm worried about judgment from the people I love the most.
I know. But
like, I don't worry about it from the outside world, but it's like people that I love the most.
That's what I wanted to say to you was do what's in your heart and don't worry about what we think.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
But I feel like you guys handled it so good. I went to go be with them for 3 months right after it happened. You were so supportive, and you know, it was good. I mean, there were some things that were hard. Like my mom had pictures of Tyler still up around the house, but it was like
I couldn't talk about him. But I get
hard.
that.
Yeah, it was hard for my mom would talk about him all the time. And then I remember Mother's Day, we're sitting at dinner. My mom and dad are sitting next to each other, and I was across from them. And all of a sudden, my mom gets a phone call, and she looks up, and she's like, "I have to take this." And she walks out. And I look at my dad, and I'm like, "Who was that?" Because normally my mom would never walk to go answer a call. And he's like, "It was Tyler." And I was like, "Oh, like that's fine. Like I want you to talk to him on Mother's Day because I love how my family is everything to me. So like." It was all just a new feeling, and I feel like we all handled it good. You guys were so supportive, and
good.
So that's that. Are you proud of how far your daughter has come? You kind of already touched on that.
For sure. Oh my gosh, so proud.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like a different
I'm
person.
still so surprised.
Yeah.
But well, I'm talking about your success in LA, but yes, how far you've come, you have grown.
Well, yeah, no, I mean that too.
Much.
I mean everything, the whole.
Yeah, you've grown up so much.
Yeah, I really have. I've evolved. Mm-hmm. Okay, what is something you've learned from Dani that has enhanced your life?
That's easy. Just do it. I know Nike coined that, but
I love Nike.
I'm a perfectionist, and sometimes I think about doing something way too long.
Yeah.
And Dani's taught me, Mom, just do it. You can always
Just
redo it. You can always redo it if you have to.
Yeah.
But just do it. Don't think about it so much.
Yeah. How are y'all feeling about the racial injustices happening? What are your mom's thoughts? Good question, Isabel.
I just feel really sad about it. But at the same time, because I'm a positive person, I feel really hopeful too, because I feel like a light has been shined that had kind of gone out a little bit, especially since 4 years ago, things changed in the White House.
Yeah.
And so the light has been shown on the work that we still need to do.
Yeah.
We all need to recognize that there is systematic racism, and we all need to recognize that we all contribute to it, no matter whether we have black friends or even if we have a black spouse. I just think we all need to be more open-minded about including everybody.
Yeah.
In our world.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm really open about how I feel. I want to feel optimistic. My mom is a very positive person, but I do a lot of days just feel really sad and really depressed. And there's a lot of times I question, like, why am I here? Why am I a part of this society? Like, how do I see it so clearly, but so much of humanity doesn't, or so much of the world doesn't? And it's something that has been a dark cloud over me since I was a child. I was very aware of my white privilege at a very young age. And I was also very aware of the beauty and power and resilience of black people. And so that's been something that's been hard to deal with throughout my life, being a white person, but seeing everything so clearly. And I'm just trying to do my best to be a voice, to be an ally, to be someone that I can, enlighten people and speak to other people more. And I'm just trying to be positive, to be, the best advocate and abolitionist that I can possibly be. But it's hard. It's scary. It's a very scary time. I think that it's very true what my mom said, that, and I was talking about with a bunch of my friends the other day about how they feel that the past 4 years, what they feel has come out of it is that there has been this light, and especially with the protests and with the horrible, tragic murders of so many people, it's brought this attention that you can't deny anymore. And I do feel like that is very real, and it's sad that it's something that's been denied for so long. And even the history of this country, not only for black people but Native and Indigenous people, there's so many things we don't talk about, which is disgusting and not okay. And you have to heal in order to move forward, and everyone just wants to move forward with no healing for the people that were affected, and I just think that's not right. So I'm always going to continue to do my part. My mom is the same way, and I think people like my mom are so important because my parents have been very successful, so they're around other wealthy white people, and my mom is a very vocal person, which I'm so proud of you for. You're always advocating and
you and
speaking
Nikki
up.
have helped me to be that way
Yeah.
too.
But I just think it's so amazing. Like, you could be in a room of people that disagree with you, and you're gonna, you know, go full force. And I just think that's how change happens. People like you that are in these 1%er situations with people that don't get to see Black people, don't get to see Native people, don't get to see Muslim people, gay people, whoever, and you're advocating for those people. I just think that is, because I'm not even in those spaces. So I think that's extremely important. So
I always feel like if I'm in a room and there's a statement made that I totally disagree with, especially like a racist statement or something, I always feel like if I keep my mouth shut, they might think I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to think I agree. So
Yeah.
it's tempting to just keep your mouth shut, because that's the safe way.
Yeah.
But then what if they think I'm in favor of that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's good to, and people like that need to be challenged, especially by another person. And people always look to you, you know, you're fashionable, you're confident, you have it going on. So I know when you say stuff, people are like, wait, maybe I should think like her. Why does she not agree with me? Okay, next question. I'm so excited for this. We're not even gonna answer this because I'm just gonna put it on the screen. Ooh, can you show us your mom's old photos? Childhood, teen, young adult. Absolutely, I got
Seriously?
you. Here you go.
No.
Y'all are so cute. Thank you. Anyways, what do you see in Dani that reminds you of yourself when you were her age?
Oh gosh, we are a lot alike. We're both Aries, you know that. We're a lot alike. What do I see? Well, hardworking, wants to get ahead, make some money. I was the same way.
Yeah.
Into fashion.
Yeah.
I was the same way.
Yeah.
I've been into fashion since I was old enough to dress myself, really.
Yeah.
And being able to talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah. I feel like we're very similar, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine us being similar at the same age. At what age did your mom have you?
I was 35. No, 37.
35
I was
with
37.
Nikki.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not plan that, but that's the way it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I love that. No rush, and you
No.
did it right,
Yeah.
and we have a great family because of it.
Right.
Okay, bouncing off that, how long have you been married, and how do you keep the spark going? Good question,
31
Alexis.
years. 31 years. Well, normally I'd say make sure you have enough time together. We've had a lot of time together. COVID.
Yeah.
So we've tried to mix things up.
Yeah.
You know, let's choose a show to watch every night together and, you know, talk about it and whatever. And so we've tried to mix things up and do some fun things. Let's go out and do something together safely rather than just stay home.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I think carving out time for just the couple is important when you've been married 31 years.
Yeah. And I think something you always told me about you and Dad too is that you've always wanted the same things out of life. Like you always had the same goals.
Yes.
And I think that's worked really well for you guys.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my mom and dad are a really good balance. My dad's a Capricorn, my mom's an Aries, so my dad's very logical, less emotional, kind of more quiet a little bit. And my mom is definitely more outgoing and loud and adventurous and, you know, emotion based. And I feel like you guys are a good mix and a good pair. And you've, I mean, done it very well. You really have.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
We found each other and we're
Yeah.
lucky for that.
Yeah, you are. I can't believe we've answered all the questions. These were such good questions. Again, pat yourself on the back because you really did it. Okay, well, this was our video. We did it. We brought you all the questions. I told you guys
Thanks
you could
for tuning
borrow
in.
my mom through the questions. And this was so fun. I always love us filming together. You guys get to see our chemistry and our bond. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. And I'm glad that we gave you a little insight today about how our relationship hasn't always been perfect, because as women, we struggle with relationships with our mom. I think that's normal for everyone. And I don't want you guys to ever look at our bond and be like, oh my God, I wish I had that. It's perfect. Yeah, because it wasn't.
Perfect.
We, you know, now I'm an adult and I see things a lot clearer than I did when I was younger, and I've dealt with my trauma and everything that I've gone through. And so now we're able to have this super dope relationship. And I'm so grateful for it. And I'm so glad that we can bring you videos. So we love you guys so much. Now
Thanks
it's
for
time.
tuning
Make sure you
in.
subscribe. Tell them what to do.
Yes. Okay, so you've got to subscribe now. If you haven't done it yet, what are you waiting
Wow.
for?
Okay, next. What do they have to do
Oh,
next?
and you have to go on her Instagram.
Okay,
and
I
make
wasn't going to say that, but do that too.
Okay, go on Instagram and thumbs up. Big thumbs up
And?
every time. And likes and subscribe and leave a comment.
Yes. Leave a comment below.
I'm getting the whole social media thing now.
Leave a comment
Yeah,
below. Let
leave
me
a
know
comment.
that you love my mama as much as I do, and that
Yeah.
you love this video and what you want us to do.
And tell your
next.
friends.
Yes, tell your friends, your auntie, your grandma, your cousin. But we love you guys so much.
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you sooner than you think. Bye.
Bye.